Hi, I'm Cherry Xian from Group 10, and this is the presentation for Case Study 1, the fourth Industrial Revolution project and their impact on employability in digital and non-digital economy. So these are my group members, which is Muhammad Najib bin Muhammad Wahid. Next is the Rizki Shaputra, and me, Cherry Xian, and also Guo Xiangqiu. So, how does the fourth Industrial Revolution start? Professor Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, has been at the center of global affairs for over 4 decades. So he is convinced that we are having at the beginning of revolution that is fundamentally changing the way we live, work, and related to one another, which is explored in his new book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution. Previous industrial revolution liberated humankind from animal power, made massive production possible, and brought digital capabilities to billions of people. This fourth industrial revolution is, however, fundamentally different and is characterized by a range of new technologies that are fusing the physical, digital, and biological worlds, impacting all disciplines, economic and industrial, and even challenging ideas about what it meant to be human. The resulting shift and disruption mean that we live in a time of great promise and great peril. The world has potential to connect billions more people to digital networks, dramatically improve the efficiency of organization, and even manage assets in ways that can be help regenerate the nature environment and potentially undoing the damage of previous industrial revolutions. So this is the historical change from Industrial 1.0 to current 4.0. So the first industrial revolution began in 17th century through the use of steam power and mechanization of production. What before produced the trade on simply spinning wheels and mechanized version achieved at times the volume in the same time. Steam power has already known, and the use of it for industrial purpose was greatest breakthrough for increasing human productivity. Instead of weaving loops powered by muscle, steam engine could be used for power. Developments such as the steamship, which powered by the steam locomotive, brought about a further massive change because human and goods could be moved great distance in few hours. So for the second industrial revolution, which began in 19th century through the discovery of electricity and assembly line production, Henry Ford took the idea of mass production from a slaughterhouse in Chicago. The pig start from conveyor belts, and each butcher performed only a part of the task for butchering the animal. So Henry Ford carried over this principle into automobile production and dramatically added it in the process. While before one station assembled an entire automobile, now the vehicles were produced in partial steps over the conveyor belt, significantly faster at a lower cost. For the third industrial revolution began in 17th in 20th century through partial automation using memory program control and computers. Since the introduction of these technologies, we are now able to automate the entire production process without human assist. Non-example of these are the robots that perform program sequence without human intervention. So we are currently implementing the fourth industrial revolution. This is characterized as an application of information and communication technology to industrial and is also known as Industrial 4.0. So it builds on development of the third industrial revolution. The production system that already have computer technology are expanded by a network connection and have a digital twins on the internet, so to speak. So this allowed communication with other faculties and output of the information about themselves. So this is the next step in the production automation. So the networking of all systems lead to a cyber physical production system, and therefore smart factory in which production system, component and people communicate via a network, and the production is nearly autonomous. So this is the coverage of fourth industrial revolution, and you can see this is the combination between the physical, digital and biological domain. So in Industrial 4.0, the concept is to have the machine interconnected via the network or the internet, which I explained in the previous slide. So in this slide, you can see that there is the current technology in Malaysia and also the technology of the future. So the implication of fourth industrial revolution, it represents the new opportunities and challenges to government, business, and society at large. For the government, it requires a periodic shift in policy, regulatory response, government financing, capability development, and infrastructure investment. For the business, it represents the opportunities that allow for delivering improved offering and operation to wider audience. It requires platform to generate the awareness and ads need to overcome the adoption barriers. For the society, the fourth industrial requirement, the enhanced skill set, trustworthy digital content, and up-to-date social welfare guidance to ensure people instruction in the digital space while providing opportunity to offer improved tools and solutions in different sector and societal space. So for the government, you have an expansion of the democracy, increased government involvement in society, a new world order for the industrial nation, and also rising nationalism, and for the business people to raise their power. For the business, you have an expansion of trade, reconfigure the manufacturing system, increase the standard of living, and having a massive employment or unemployment, and also redistribute the health and the equalities. For the society, you help the growth of cities, increase the leisure time, and also the population, but it also coming up having a society challenge like the urban stuff, and also increase the innovation. Next is the benefit and the risk of the industrial revolution. So the potential benefits are there are new business opportunities and the value recreation, and also efficiency and productivity gains, a new job creation, improve our quality of life, and also improve the environmental qualities. So the potential risks are the job improvement due to the change in skill requirement, irresponsibility use and manipulation of technology, eruption of trust in society due to increased privacy concern and the cyber threat, deterioration of value and ethics, social interaction and social well-being attack. So these are the 6 strategies to achieve the inspiration of the industrial revolution. The first is the human-centric whole of nation approach, the clear policy trust and target strategy, the foundation of technology, key focus sector, and also governments. So these are the case of change to embrace the industrial revolution. Society need an evolutionary mindset. Talent need to be for industrial revolution ready to address current and future demand. Affordable and high quality for industrial revolution enabling digital infrastructure need to be easy access. Currency regulation and shared accountability are necessary to precisely persuade the effective change. So these are the fourth industrial revolution project. So the first example is the VR, which is also called the visual reality. So the VR application has gained the momentum due to the advancement of the technology and most importantly the step drop of the price for the mass consumption to own a VR equipment. So despite all of these applications are meant for the gaming industry, the real world application can also benefit from this advancement. For example, in the architecture industry, the technology of VR today brings an entirely new experience by transporting the user to an immersive digital environment where the user will think he or she is really facing the model and also able to interact with the digitalized construction. A decent VR system is allow navigation and manipulation of the object using a device. So next, these are also another example for the cashless society. So in the long history of money, humans have been changing the payment instrument by adopting technology that provide preferred convenience and ease of transaction. Contactless payment is already making way to replace the cash thanks to the benefit of fourth industrial revolution. In the case of Malaysia, whenever Malaysians are reminded to change our debit or credit card into the PIN-enabled version before 1st of January on 2017, they should realize that it has a step towards the building Malaysia as a cashless society. So this is another example for the fourth industrial revolution project, which is the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency. So globally, there are other changes that taking place where digital money is concerned. So which you can know as the cryptocurrency or the digital currency. And the first print about this change is the Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin is the underlying technology of public blockchain are undergoing a very dynamic phase worldwide under the banner of the financial technology or fintech. So the Unity Settlement Coin, which is also called as USC, developed by a consortium of banks led by UBS of Switzerland. So it's a digital cash equivalent of each of the major flat currency backed by central bank rather than a decentralized new digital currency such as the Bitcoin. The USC would be convertible as a party with a bank deposit in the corresponding currency and making it fully backed by a cash asset at a central bank. The Bitcoin and the underlying blockchain technology has opened up a new thinking and pathway about the way people can do to their financial transaction. So coming up next is the impact on the employability in the digital or non-digital economy. You'll see the world is changing. The future of job will see change in job roles and lifestyle preference. For the growing population, the Malaysian population estimated 35 million in next 8 years and will be 8.5 billion in the world for the next 8 years. For the aging population, the median age of Malaysians will be 14 years by 2014. For the global, people aged 65 doubled to 1 billion by 2013. For the global talent crisis, from 2014 to 2013, the immigration from South to South countries increased, and by 2013, the labor force participation rate falling between 63% of the world working age population. So as you see, as generation collide, the workforce become more diverse and people work longer. So the traditional career model may soon to be a thing of past. So from the chart below, the digital economy is defined as the economy and society activities that involve the production and the use of digital technologies by individual, business, and government. The fourth industrial revolution entails the intensification of digital advance across the digital, physical, and the biological domain. So for the fourth industrial revolution is creating a demand for the new job while eliminating some of the job. However, people should not be too pessimistic because in the long run, the fourth industrial revolution will create more wealth and also additional jobs elsewhere in the economy, and also the number of new jobs will grow dramatically. In regard to the impact of the employability in digital or non-digital economy of fourth industrial revolution, these are the 10 skills essential for looking job or work during this era. First will be the complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with other peoples, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation, and also cognitive flexibility. So these are some of the jobs that under fourth industrial revolution threats. For example, travel agent, tailors, surveyors, journalists, digit assistant, and the finance assistant. And follow up next is the some of them are no longer exist in last 10 years ago, which are the blogger, sustainability manager, a drawing operator, apps developer, social media strategists, data scientists. For today, nothing but the bright human mind are the source of innovative ideas and a million of hands are making this idea true. It literally means that the progress in our hands and we may and have to collectively control it. Society and technology must coexist in a way that is beneficial to humankind. Industry 4.0 offers the opportunity to meet the fundamental needs of the planet, including clean air and water, sustainable energy, environmental protection, and a healthy country, not to mention the inspiration of today's sophisticated methods. As the history shows, all industrial revolutions have improved quality of life, and I firmly believe that the fourth is no exception. So that's all for the presentation from Group 10. Thank you.